Hello mappers, modders, and everyone in between, and welcome to Portal Mapping and Modding's March Monthly Spotlight. My name's Alleganiensis, and I'll be your lead host for this video. As a reminder, every monthly spotlight is split into 3 segments: the workshop window, SourceTools and Stuff, and Mod Direct. The workshop window is my segment, where I'll be showing you maps posted on the workshop in the past month that we believe are interesting, cool, or unique. SourceTools and Stuff is the second segment, hosted by tools expert and programmer Orsell. He'll be giving you updates regarding external tools outside of the built-in Hammer engine, as well as Portal 2 Community Edition. Our third segment, Mod Direct, is hosted by mod developer and mapping expert Hazel, where she'll give you news and updates on mods within the Portal community. In addition, she will also present our specially chosen Mod of the Month. With that, I thank you for joining us once again, and welcome to the monthly spotlight. Hi everyone, it's Ash again. I'm here to present our first segment, the workshop window. In this segment, I'll be showing you 3 to 4 maps posted on the workshop this month that we believe do something new, cool, or interesting, or are decorated in a beautiful way. Our first map isn't really a singular map at all. Rather, I'd like to cover 3 separate maps by creator AxoLabs, all in the Blue Portal style. Blue Portals is a unique portal mod that requires players to traverse through a series of puzzles using only the blue portal gun, and having the orange portal be tied to a portal emitter. Axo recreates the style that Blue Portals uses perfectly in the series of 3 maps: Cryptobranchus Alleganiensis, Ambystoma Annulatum, and Ambystoma Maculatum. The first of these 3, the Cryptobranchus map, is very short and simple, using BP's ice and fire cubes, which freeze turrets and die in water respectively, with flare. I've never actually played Blue Portals, and I was still able to pick up on what exactly each of the 2 cubes did and solve the puzzle with very minimal confusion. The next map, Annulatum, follows the same logic, although on a much larger scale, using flings this time around. Here, I'd like to comment on the excellent attention to detail. In the past, Axo has shown incredible mapping prowess in PMaM competitions and in their own personal maps, and that skill definitely shines here. Everything from the decoration to the lighting is executed brilliantly here, and it's great to see. The last of the 3, Maculatum, uses the classic Blue Portal's light sensor. All 3 of these puzzles are quite easy and simple to solve and understand, but they're all of excellent quality and lots of fun to get through. On to our next map, we've got Omicron Sensor Panels by Scallywag. This map contains 2 short puzzles surrounding a unique puzzle element, the portal detector. We've seen mods like Thoughts use this puzzle element before, and it's great to see it experimented with again here. The first chamber is incredibly simple, a short portal shuffling puzzle that teaches the player how the sensor works. The second one is a little more complex, requiring a fling and a little bit of cube juggling in order to get to the exit. The mapping here is great too. The unique dark style is done very well, but the map doesn't feel too dark to solve, and balances its lighting very well. Overall, a short but very good map. Definitely give this little tech demo a try. Our next map on the docket is After Hours by Gross. This map uses Revolution's classic After Work style to create an atmosphere not unlike the last map. There are 2 puzzles inside this map. While both being quite simple laser puzzles, this doesn't detract from the overall experience. This map looks great, uses a perfect soundscape for its setting, and though the puzzles are easy, they're very satisfying to solve. Definitely recommend giving this one a shot. Our final map for this month comes from Spamton, with their map Development Zones. Unlike a lot of the other maps we've covered in the spotlight so far, Development Zones is a quite exploration-heavy map, taking you on a journey as the world slowly decays around you. Its excellent use of unique textures, beta assets, and Hammer-specific models make this map certainly one of a kind, especially for an experienced mapper. The puzzles in this map are pretty good too. Development Zones is huge and has a lot to offer. My particular favorite segment is this twisting hallway here. I definitely felt a sense of unease permeating throughout the whole map as well, which captured a bit of that ambient horror that the Portal franchise has. Overall, a great map with a lot of unique qualities. I highly recommend it. That's all for my segment. Remember to post your maps in our Discord server for a chance to be featured here. And happy mapping!
Hello everybody, Orsell here to present our second segment, SourceTools and Stuff. In this segment, I'll discuss updates and changes to external tools and libraries, general community modding, and resources for working with the Source engine, as well as updates in Portal 2 Community Edition. Prop tinting is a lovely feature available from Valve that lets you see the color-specific parts of models. However, depending on the prop, this can be inaccurate when trying to match it up with surrounding materials or the environment. Gladly, Electrovoyage has developed a simple website tool to allow you to calculate the right tint color for props to allow them to match other materials. By following the simple steps on his website, you can get accurate prop tinting for your environments. Wonderful news for users of the suite of tools. The creator and developer of Hammer++, Vakul, is hinting at the beginnings of their work on FacePoser++. Everyone who has worked on choreographing scenes, whether with facial animations or not, knows the decade-old software that only works when it feels like it. But hopefully one day, Vakul will be able to deliver us an optimized, modernized, and better working version that will make choreo development in modding much less painful. Craftables delivered a new update to our VTF tool, MayorTF, with a brand new version 0.10. Craftables added the ability to make VTFs via the GUI now, eliminating the need to rely on the CLI. Some of the other new GUI features include not requiring a separate instance for each file, allowing multiple in the same application instance, previews for cube maps, color channel toggling, and the ability to directly convert existing VTFs back into image files from the VTF data. Some other features that have been added are supporting Titanfall 2's BC6H and BC7 formats, support for viewing compressed HDR formats for cube maps, fixes for Xbox 360 and PS3 cube map exporting to PC platforms, and providing update to the Kaiser nice filtering algorithm so it is of higher quality and more accurate to what Source Engine does. Endrick continues to develop wonderful tools for the community, now with another tool for closed captions and subtitles. Working with the caption files themselves can be a bit annoying since you have to deal with them by hand, setting up the various pieces before they can be compiled. Together with Endrick's tool featured last month, you can make and compile with ease using templates to create the captions and turn them into a .dat file for use with the engine. But wait, there's more! Not only does the tool not automatically write subtitles, but it also helps with sound scripts too. However, a warning. This tool is designed with Endrick's mod, Portal Singularity Collapse, in mind, and uses its file structure. Endrick provides instructions on how to set up your mod so the tool works correctly, but this will eventually be smoothed out, so anybody with any mod structure can use the tool. P2C is back at it again, with even more updates. Some of these features were mentioned last month, but those were still unstable, but now, even more features and fixes have been introduced. Portal floor buttons have been improved, allowing for custom filtering for what presses them down, and support for adding parameters in a floor button's model QC to set the size of the trigger that goes with the floor button. This works for the multiple different versions of the floor button, like the cube or sphere buttons. The next big feature is an update to how prop weight cubes function. Every cube type has its own model, with identical skin layout. The cube type is split into behavior and shape fields, enabling features such as a spherical reflection cube. These new models dynamically tint, allowing all gel types to be shown and matching the configured colors. P2C provides, by default, a set of separated models for each cube type, like normal cubes versus companion cubes, each with a set of their own on and off skins, and along 2 more skins with a detail mask that supports each gel color. The original cube behavior still supports maintaining backwards compatibility with existing maps, and a convar is provided to toggle this type of functionality. This new version also fixes issues like gel needing tons of skins in each cube model, and custom cubes getting fizzled and returning to the original model when they shouldn't. A few minor fixes address save loading on Linux, and local split screen is now fixed for usage with co-op, but in general there are still some issues with multiplayer. On the Hammer side of things, Hammer no longer shows your map name on Discord's rich presence by default. For those who already have it on, it will still remain on. This helps prevent your map name from being leaked. Hammer also now prints more FGD errors to the console when it fails to load a FGD, which is useful for custom FGDs which contain custom entities. Hammer also now supports texture hotspotting. Hotspotting of the textures is a process in which external file determines how various parts of texture are applied to surfaces. For example, with glass. You can use a glass hotspot texture that contains parts for 128 or 256 size glass pieces. And clicking the hotspot button will automatically size the texture to match the brush size. Another quality of life feature added allows viewing the thickness of ropes and cables, whether that is with standard cable entities or with Hammer add-ons cable entity. On top of this, many crash bugs have been fixed, making Hammer more stable. AngelScript is being improved even more, now with more fixes and features. More functions of C-based entity have been exposed to make working with entities and making custom ones even better. Speaking of custom entities, support for custom entity outputs and key values have now been added, so custom entities can now be set in Hammer if added to a FGD, and IO fully works with them. Convar callbacks are now possible, so when you change a convar, it can call a custom function when it is changed. Along with general custom entity improvements, even more subclasses have been added, like C-base player, C-trigger base, C-base combat character, which is a big step towards custom NPCs, and many additions and improvements to currently stuffed classes. Along with all these features, of course, are fixes to the scripting system itself. Storm has made big strides with Panorama by porting the old subtitle system and improving the subtitles and closed caption system overall for P2CE. With the new system, the ability to customize subtitles and how they are presented is much better. Storm has provided a dev UI window for debugging registered subtitles and closed captions with the engine by playing the sound they are associated with and showing how they will be presented in-game. Font and text alignment can be adjusted, and multiple closed captions or subtitles can appear at once, respecting the no repeat convar command. This branch also provides the ability to display closed captions on the main menu along with background maps. This branch also provides fixes such as closed caption files not being uploaded to the workshop. Thank you, Storm, for providing a great new update to an old source system. New Panorama closed captions and subtitles are now available with the Pano CC branch in Steam. This branch also includes another big feature, which leads to the last big piece of this month's P2C update, volumetrics. Volumetrics have finally come to P2CE. This is a major graphical feature that has been requested for a while now. Volumetrics simulate light scattering, not only making lighting more realistic, but also helping your scenes feel more grounded. Volumetric lighting is entirely dynamic and interacts with its surroundings, making maps feel much more alive. New volumetric fog can be created to create seamless transitions into voids, smoke effects, clouds, moody scenes, and more. Volumetric fog can be used either as its own entity or emitted through a light source. You can also control the fog's phase, density, color, and more. Volumetric fog also supports custom 3D texturing, allowing you to create shapes from fog entirely independent of the scene's lighting. The new volumetrics can be accessed by the volumetrics branch in Steam, and if you also want the new closed caption panorama, again, it can also be accessed by the Pano CC branch. Overall, volumetrics are a huge breakthrough for the visuals of P2C maps going forward, and we can't wait to see what mappers create with them. On top of all this new stuff, P2C has finally announced an estimated release date for around 2 months, where P2C will enter the public beta. Note, P2C, again, will still be a work in progress as it's continue being worked on, but now the whole public will have access to it. That's all for this month. For updates to tools and stuff in the community, if there's anything you'd like me to cover next month, please let me know. It's now time for me to hand over the talking stick to our next section host.
Hey everyone, I'm Hazel Webs, here to present our third and final segment, Mod Direct. In this section, I'll give you updates on popular mods, map packs, and fan games, as well as presenting our very own PMaM Mod of the Month. Stay tuned to the end for that one. The first update this month comes from Portal Arrow, showcasing a smooth recreation of the Portal 2 camera zooming function in Portal 1. This feature makes certain distance shots easier to make, especially since the portals in Portal 1 are projectile based instead of hit scan like in Portal 2. This system looks quite cool, so well done on the recreation. Next up, we have an update from Divinity showcasing a few key areas of chapters 1 and 2 that have been revamped over time. The difference is night and day, with the remastered maps looking way better than the originals from 2023 to 2024. Divinity has been improving on mapping for a long time, and being able to see the differences is awesome. And it's not a monthly spotlight without Project Capture having an update or two. This month, the team announced that all 35, and yes, that is 35, puzzles have been completed for Act 3. While also showcasing a few more screenshots of different areas, the Project Capture team has mentioned that they are needing more environment designers, which is why Act 2 has taken a hit to its development speed. As per usual, this looks awesome. The switch up between the two different hallways in the latest screenshots is also cool. And finally, an update coming from Reliquay. The team behind Reliquay has announced that the mod will no longer feature an episodic release for the project, and will instead release in full. They decided an episodic release may mess with how players will experience their story. They also put out a very early pre-release trailer, with an official release date announced Q4 of 2027. And that concludes this month's Mod Direct. If you don't want to wait a month for the next one, you can get access to all the mods we're keeping an eye on by joining our Discord server in the description. Thanks for joining me, and as always, happy modding!
We hope you enjoyed PMaM's March Monthly Spotlight. Remember to like and comment and subscribe to stay tuned for April. We're also still posting tutorials once a week on this channel, so follow along to expand your hammer knowledge. As a reminder, in 2 days we'll be posting our next competition announcement, so keep an eye on the channel for that. We'll see you next month.